Are men becoming disposable? I would say yes. As the standard of women rises, okay, women are likely to dispose of men quicker than they used to. And the reason being, their standards are becoming very high to a point where most men cannot abide by those standards. My coffee is black. I'm not crazy. Deal with me. I shall explain. When you look at our societal norm these days, okay, women are becoming higher earners than men, okay? Men are not earning as much as, well, not earning as much as, no, let me rephrase it. Women are earning high or equal to men. Before, back in the days, women were not earning this much or they wasn't even in the workforce. Women are how you call it, aiming for careers that are very lucrative. Okay, they are getting well educated to a point where they are not competing, but they are definitely at the level of men. And when that happens, the roles reverses. Men used to be the one making all the decision, but the women are like, well, if you are not making this amount that I'm making, I don't want you. I'm going to dispose of you. So women have these tendencies to like, well, I don't need you anymore. Why would I keep you? I'm going to dispose of you. So men are becoming very disposal than women these days because, like I say, women rather stay single and have careers that will take them to the moon than to deal with a broke man or a man that do not meet their standard. Like I say, the standards are becoming very high. So therefore, it makes the dating scene for men very difficult. Men are struggling, and there is an epidemic of lonely men. Men that cannot satisfy a woman, not just because of what they earn, it's just because of the standard that the women are bringing to the table. It's like this standard is too high for me. Women can dispose of them anytime. Women do not need men anymore. It's weird. Why is that? Why don't you need men anymore? It's because women have realized they can make it without men. Before, women have to compromise their thoughts, their being, because they were not earning much. So, are you going to blame capitalism for that? Rose, are you saying women shouldn't earn more just to be confined to the status quo? What did I say? What did I say? I would say it's role reversal. It's role reversal. Life is not easy these days for men, okay? And the only few will talk about it. Men are struggling out here in the dating market. It's not as glamorous as societal norm makes it seem. It's not as glamorous as people want to make it seem, okay? It is very difficult for the average man to land a woman in the first place, even for the rich men. Imagine with this new generation, this capitalism, this society that survives on a superficialness. A man who's making average landing a woman these days is very difficult. It's very difficult, and it's creating a lot of lonely men. It's creating men who resent women, not because they want to, but it's because of the reality they're in. And I compensate with them because I wouldn't want to be a man. I'm sorry. I like to have the advantage of being a woman. I'm selfish. I am very selfish. I told you I was from the get go that I was selfish. Now that I'm picking and choosing and see what the men are going through, I'm like, ooh, I'm glad I was born with the XX chromosome, the female chromosome. Because can you imagine 50 years from now how life will be for men? Actually, someone will say, well, why don't they just earn higher like the 1% of men? Even the women that are making the most money cannot even get the 1% of men because the 1% of men do not like women that are bosses. If not, they would all marry the woman, the CEOs, and what? There's a reason why most CEOs, female CEOs, are single, or they are with men that cannot make as much as them. At some point, they have to settle because men do not like competition. And I digress. Let's go back. That's a topic for another day. Let's go back to what I was talking about. So, like I was saying that the men are becoming disposal by women because of how society is changing over time. Okay, women are making more, women in the workforce, women can say F you to a man, go out there and get a job and make more than him. So why would she need a man? Well, someone would say, how about the affection, the emotion? Well, she is a woman. Don't forget that she's the one being chased after. Women don't chase after men, only few. Okay? So she's being chased after. Either she's a bad character or not. If she's good looking, someone there is going to chase after her. Women have the advantage over men when it comes to dating. Again, because they get chased. Okay? They have the opportunity. Imagine a woman making more than you. Her wanting you to satisfy her. Do you know how difficult that is? Because first, excuse me, you feel emasculated by her. She's making more. The ego of a man is something I understand because I'm from where? Africa. You want to tell me? How is the man in Africa? The ego is on top of the roof because they do everything for the woman, right? They are the providers. So the ego is like, I'm the man of this household. I take care of you. I take care of your mom. I take care of your sister. Because in Africa, those egos may be justified. You know why? In America, when you get married, you only have to worry about your family, meaning like your wife and your kid. In Africa, whoosh, the men are taking care of a whole village. So when the ego is inflated, maybe they have some, maybe they're right. I mean, if you're taking care of your wife's cousin, third, second, and her mother and her father, your ego needs to be inflated because that is a lot. And you're taking care of your mom as well, your family. But in Africa, the responsibilities is a lot that a man have. You take care of your own family, your wife and kid. You take care of your wife extended family, your own extended family. Like it's ridiculous. So inflated ego may be justified. In the US, let's say you're a man, your wife or your woman is making more than you. She's the CEO of the Fortune 500 company. She's the boss at work. She comes home, you making a little bit. You're humble beginning. Okay, you are not lucky to be at her level financially. Should you be disrespected? No. Should you be disposed of? No. What is the reality? The reality is that most men in those households come secondary. This is what happens when a woman take her work home. She's worshipped by men every day and work all day. When she comes home, she wants you to worship her. What did I say? She wants. Am I crazy enough? Not yet? All right. She wants you to worship her. Now, why would you worship your wife? Oh, you're supposed to, buddy. She's the boss. You like it independent? Oh, she's independent times 10. What is wrong with being independent times 10? Independent woman. You guys wanted your woman to be independent, didn't you? No, you got her independent. To the point where she's going to dispose of your ass like a garbage. I'm sorry. That's the reality. Unfortunately, life isn't fair. And this generation, our generation, this world is superficial. Sorry, the boss always wins.